As coaches, you always feel uncomfortable when you're part of the story. We, as coaches, our job and our responsibility is to our student athletes. And my health has become, I guess, part of the story. That's why I showed up today. And it gives you a perspective and an analogy. I was never good enough in high school to run fast enough to tear an ACL. I ran too slow, so I never tore it. I didn't throw hard enough, so it never hurt my arm. I didn't hit hard enough, or I was smart enough not to get hit hard enough, so I never really sustained an injury. So, as injuries and athletics relate together, I don't really have a background in that. And then I've been here at UL for 15 years. The first 4 or 5 years I had my own law practice. And I can't ever remember missing a game or a practice in those 15 years. I mean, I've been blessed. And not only because of my health, but my kids and my family and my extended family, and now it's my turn. It's my turn to go through it, and I'm not gonna run from it. We are public people, so the public has a right to know. And they want to know because they care about us, and some of them love us. Sometimes.
Don't worry about that.
So I'm going to address it briefly. If you have questions, then we can talk about it. But I want to talk about softball. I want to talk about my team. I want to talk about my seniors. The reason I was in the hospital is because of the aspiration causing pneumonia in the lungs. So obviously I have an issue with my throat and with the esophagus, and there's the aspiration which is causing the pneumonia. So we've taken care of the pneumonia. And now the next issue, Friday, I'll be in surgery, and we're going to take care of the esophagus. And with that, I'll be back and ready to go for the World Series and conference and all that good stuff. This past weekend was crazy fun. First of all, because it was senior weekend, and we got a chance to celebrate and recognize the contributions of 6 special women. Jordan Wallace, Christina Hamilton, Leandra Molly, Marie Hogue, Taylor Moe, and Lindsay Cifrio. Split right down the middle. 3 of them that played and our fans know about, and 3 that were role players and maybe nobody knows who they are. And I can tell you, there's not a bit of difference in the contributions that each one of those kids made to this program and the impact that they've had on our program. From the outside looking in, it's always measured and labeled by, contribution is measured and labeled by your performance. But from the inside, it's all about the pureness of your heart, your ability to care and love the people around you, And in the case of those other three, the ability to be selfless and sacrifice. So proud of this group. We have a kid that is going to graduate, outstanding graduate of her department. We have a kid graduating with a double major in chemistry and chemical engineering. Even Hamilton, I can report, got her degree early. So all 6 of them will be getting their degrees, and we're excited about that. And then the series against Baylor. I'm going to have to walk away from that. The series against Baylor was two different tales, 2 different takeaways from each of the games. In game 1, Kearns, their pitcher Holly Kearns, I thought did a good job in exposing our hitters. And if we're going to do what we want to do as we go forward, we're going to have to take that lesson and learn it. Jordan threw lights out. Elkins had the timely home run. Our defense was incredible. And then in game 2, of course, we got into their, as they talk about in baseball, we got into their bullpen. And then our hitters got to have a little fun. So it was a good series, a good measure to see where we're at this point in the season. I don't think we're any further along than we expected. I think we have a lot of work still in front of us, and we have to continue to make some strides if we're going to get to where we need to get. So those are my overall impressions. If anybody has any questions that are not too difficult.
Do you have any kind of general idea after this surgery prior to when you would be back? Like, what are your expectations? How long would it be?
Well, it depends on the severity of what he finds when he goes in. So, I mean, there's a possibility when you go into surgery that you don't come out. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that I will be back. I'm smart enough to know that this may be my last press conference here, and I'm at peace, and I'm strong enough, and I'm ready. So, best case scenario is I'll see y'all Monday. Worst case scenario is, Kevin, I hope I see you that way. I don't see you that way.
How do you feel right now?
Some of y'all gonna be up there, but some of y'all gonna be down there too now. I hate to tell y'all, y'all all not going to heaven.
How do you feel right now?
I feel good. I feel good. They, I'm not going to go into detail of what they've done to me to get me operational, but I'm operational. I can function. I can function like this.
How much does it mean you to be there on senior weekend?
And how does it's not senior. The question is a good question, but take senior out. It's good to be with my team. Like I didn't just show up for senior weekend as Coach Robichaux. I was there Wednesday, I was there Thursday, I was there Friday. I wasn't just gonna let them drive the van up and just throw me out there for senior weekend. I mean, I got to go be with my team. We got to prepare. We got to talk about the opponent. If I was just going to go there because I wanted to be there with I didn't go there to be with my team. I went there to compete. I went there to get them ready. I went there because I wanted to win. I went there because I love those kids. I went there because it's what we do. It's who we are. We're crazy. We're crazy. And, you know, we talked about his journey to his 1,000 wins. Guys, you're doing this when you don't have a budget, you don't have paid assistants. He told the story about his wife getting ready to tell him, dude, I'm pregnant and we don't have a car and I'm stuck at home. I mean, what's going on? That's not a different story. That's the same craziness. Or what we like to call passion. This is what we do. This is who we are. This is our calling. This is what makes us get up, makes us glide, makes us alive, makes you want to fight. It's our passion. It's our profession. And it's a privilege and it's an honor to be able to do it. So that's my motivation. If I can, in 15 years, if I can get up and get to practice, I'm getting there. And when I'm not there, you can bet it's something serious.
You said you were operational now. Does that mean, obviously, before then you weren't really? I mean, how much better are you since this whatever happened procedure-wise?
Well,
Way better than you were before in terms of on a day-to-day being able to handle practicing.
Well, I think my voice is better. Andrew, is my voice better? You're starting to listen to me now. Before I tell him to pick up his clothes, and he knew, oh, come on, old man, what you gonna do about it? But I said, pick up your clothes, he picks them up. But obviously, the esophagus is not fixed. It's not going to be fixed until he goes in. And what I was trying to explain to you is the pneumonia from the aspiration is cleared. And obviously, they're not letting me swallow. Because if I swallow, so y'all realize that I have on a long sleeve jacket because you know what goes on to be able to keep me with supplements and nutrition. But I feel good. I have a lot of energy. I was at practice yesterday. I was at practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I was with the pitchers. I sat through that doubleheader. I screamed. He told me not to, but I did. I yelled. I pumped my fist. I cussed. Sorry, God. I did cuss a couple of times. I had fun. Did what we do. Lexi is a stud, you know, and she's had a good run here, and she's one of the kids that can hit that quality of pitching, and she's proven she can do it consistently over and over and over. So I mean, it was the game winner. Especially if Jordan is going to throw the way she threw, which was lights out. You know what I mean? Well, she's not a robot. You know, she if you hang it, it's not why do they pitch to her, why do they hang it? So she's smart. She's a smart hitter. She's a good hitter. She understands how to hit. She sees the ball well, good hand-eye, power, and she's a competitor. But they're gonna pitch to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't get into the mindset to think just because she's beaten certain levels of pitching, they have pitchers in this country that are gonna come after her. I mean, they're coming right at her, and she won't have that kind of. Once you start getting into that level of competition, she's not gonna be hitting one home run every 5 at bats. People start saying, "What happened? What happened?" You know, it becomes a different level.
Feel that starting to swing that way. I kind of felt that it was, and then after you guys went through the lineup one time, I just looked over at the Baylor dugout and I could see their faces. Did you start to feel that way when they went up there and just started catching up with everything?
You could feel the momentum of that game shift when our kids came in from. We made the pitching change. Alex Stewart went in there and shut him down. Bam, bam, bam. We came in the dugout, and you could feel it. Like, let's go get the runs and win the game. And then, as you said, we set the table. They made an error. Got the hit. Got the big hit. He made the pitching change. She hit the batter. Pass ball, pitch. Made another pitching change, not the right pitching change, because they were teeing off on her. Come back to the original starter, and the game had gotten away from them. That was fun. I mean, I don't know that I've ever been a part of an inning like that. It was fun. And it was fun because of the way our kids executed, but it was fun the way that the crowd responded. I mean, that was that'll get you to have a hop in your step.
You got Houston and Kyla coming to town last regular season game. I know you always say you're expecting a war.
Yep. Well, the weather looks crazy, doesn't it? But we got to go get ready for them, and the weather looks like it's going to be crazy this week. So we may need to start having conversations, Houston and UL, about maybe what to do about that. But it's always good to have. Kyla Hall is so much a part of the history of this program. What she was able to do, and the success that she had here. She's one of the beloved Cajuns. To see her in the dugout, because we've competed against each other for so long, people forget that she's a Cajun. But it's always fun to welcome one of your own back.
Coach, I know that you said you still have a lot of things you need to kind of get in line.
Yep.
Until May. But that said, how much of this weekend really maybe kind of set the foundation for how you want your team to play in a month and a half plus?
If I'm going to use anything as a measuring point, it's going to be game one. And Holly Kearns. They're All-American. she two hitters. That's what sticks out of my mind. I enjoyed the 12-run inning, but I saw her exposing some really good hitters. We got to go fix it. When you get to postseason, everybody has a number one, and everybody's gonna, in our sport, get to throw your number one every game. You're never facing a number two. And everybody always asks me, well, what happened? They threw their number one. What happens on major league TV when somebody throws their number one, a good hitter, usually the pitcher is supposed to come out on top. And can we move the hitters far enough along in the time that we have left to go do better than two hits against the number one? If we can't, we better pray that one of them's a home run, a two-run homer, and that our number one can two-hit them. Or else it's going to come down to call, an edge, a play, an injury. Y'all know the routine. What I saw from game one was we got a ways to go, but we're still all juniors. That's all those kids. Whatever. Well, one senior in the starting lineup. Our pitchers, but in our bat lineup, in y'all's mind, y'all think, okay, 3 weeks from no, I think 3 weeks from now, short term. You also think long term, a year from now too. And that's part of the process that these kids are going to keep getting better. Every time they can go face a curve. That's the first time DJ's ever seen that in her life, except in our own inner squad. But that's the first time she's seen somebody running a ball that way, in on her hands, at 68 miles an hour, and then backing it up with 42. How you fix that in 2 weeks? How do you teach a kid who's seen that for the first time in their life to hit it next week and have no support structure? They're doing it by themselves. It's crazy. Not fight like me. You know, I told the girls made that up. Not fight like me. Fight like they're fighting for me. I just want a shot, sedate me. I don't want to fight. I don't want no pain. I don't like all that. I'm a whip, Andrew. Tell him when you start beating up on me. I don't like pain. That's why I quit football when I was from some of that big lineman crack, man. Oh, that's not for me. Pain? No. The love, support, the prayers, the good wishes. That's what life's about. She's prepared. Coach Robichaux's prepared for his game against Jackson State Friday. He hears through the grapevine that I'm in the indoor. He drops everything straight to the indoor to come see me. Where in the United States of America would that happen? When a baseball coach of a Division I program who's getting ready to play a game leaves. It's what, an hour before the game, hour and a half before the game. And not come to spend 5 minutes with me either now. Come to spend 35 minutes with me. And then the rest of his staff, and then his team. It's crazy, man. Only here. Where do the fans do what they do? Only here. The Cajun people know how to love. They know how to party. They know how to work. They're hard workers. But their capacity for love is crazy good. That's why people love it here. They love it here. It's not the food. What do they say? It's not the pavilion. It's not the cooking club. It's the horn. I feel it. But you know what? I felt it for the last 50 years. I just didn't feel it when I was down and out. I've been raised here and nurtured here. This is who I am. I didn't expect anything different. I'm not surprised. It's not out of the ordinary. This is who this community is. I promise you that. And y'all know that. Y'all understand it. And I do. And I don't take it for granted. I haven't never taken it for granted. I've always been very blessed and very appreciative. I'm a blessed man. To be loved and cared, and then to be able to do what you do, what you love to do with passion, that's what life is. So I got through without crying. Barely.